Hey, we're Gaz Anj and Ollie, and today you're joining us as we travel from Shanghai to Hong Kong on Cathay Pacific, arriving at the Disneyland Hotel for the next leg of our Asian adventure. We'll guide you through the easy journey from the Toy Story Hotel at Shanghai Disneyland to the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel and cover everything from airport transfers and flights with the best aeroplane food ever to our experiences at the Disneyland Hotel. Once we arrive at Hong Kong Disneyland, we'll give you a tour of the resort, including our room and our dining experience at what is the most expensive restaurant we've ever eaten at.
Caviar. How much have we just paid for this? Per person. Time to say goodbye to this amazing hotel.
Sad we're leaving Shanghai.
Yeah. Tell you what, you're leaving here though.
My voice.
Your voice. We are leaving the hotel. It's been good.
It's been really, really good.
Definitely recommend staying here. I would 100% recommend staying here.
100%. The beds are pretty comfy as well. I really good night's sleep.
Staff are fantastic. We've not had a problem with it. Language barrier. It's been brilliant.
We got one final little try, didn't we, last night?
I think it's safe to say that these two are definitely obsessed with Duffy and Friends now.
They're the cutest ever. Yeah. And we've got 2 more parks that are full of them.
So we've got a 20-minute taxi drive now that takes us to Pudong Airport, and we're going to check in with Cathay Pacific because that's who we're flying to go to Hong Kong.
And we're setting off really late, Kershaw style. So we're freaking out a little bit that we're going to miss our flight.
We will. We're here at PVG, Terminal 2. Look at the size of this terminal. Okay, so we need to find Cathay Pacific. Bags are all checked in.
That was pretty straightforward, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's pretty straightforward indeed. And now we're here heading over to international and Hong Kong departures in Terminal 2 in Pudong Airport.
I'm intrigued to see what the security checks are going to be like.
Yes.
Because we've already got all our stuff through an X-ray scanner.
Yeah, literally as you walk into the building, you have to go through all the scanning and stuff beforehand. I still think there'll be an additional check, but we'll see.
But will they go through? Will they go through?
I don't know.
Or will they just be checking our passports now?
And we're through security on our way to Hong Kong.
That was so easy. It was like no stress at all, was it?
No, only difference is really was that you had to have your boarding pass to go to scan. Yeah.
It was a traditional security where you take all your jackets off and take all your
take electrics out.
Electrics out.
And 160 kilowatt hour batteries is what they were checking. They checked my battery bank.
Did they?
Yeah, to make sure it was wasn't too big.
Really?
Yeah. But look at the size of this place. All the way up there. So one thing we needed to mention that we forgot earlier on is you're supposed to have your departure card. So when you arrive, you get given an arrival card and departure card together. And then when you're through customs and immigration, they tear off the departure card and tell you to keep it for the journey.
And this says on the bottom of it, if you don't retain it, that you might be delayed at the security point.
Yes, and
but luckily that hasn't happened.
We lost Ollie's.
Oh yeah, we lost Ollie's.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know.
We don't know if we got we don't know if we weren't given it.
I don't know how we would lose one.
Yeah, because we had mine and Angie's, but we didn't get Ollie's, so we're kind of thinking that we either didn't get given it or we've lost it along the way. We completely turned the room upside down last night, couldn't find it.
Wasted half an hour's sleep and they didn't even ask for it.
Yeah, and they didn't even ask for it at the airport. But that's not to say you shouldn't keep hold of it. Definitely keep hold of it, but they didn't ask for it.
I'd probably just put it in each person's passport and keep it with the passport.
Yeah, the snacks that are at the airport.
Braised pork.
We got cucumber flavoured layers.
We got these 2 puckies. We got Anja water, Ollie water. Show me water. And then me a Gatorade because water tastes minging. And honey butter crisps, right? All that, £5. So our flight is at 12:20 and it's a 2 hours 50-minute flight from Shanghai, so PVG Airport, over to Hong Kong International. And then we're just going to get a taxi from there straight to the hotel. Not planning on doing much for the rest of the day. We'll show you the Disneyland Hotel when we get there. But I think we're having a bit of a chill because our legs after Shanghai are a little bit broken out.
It was 17 yesterday. I think 20 the day before and more than that in that trip.
Yeah.
I think we're going too hard too soon.
Yeah, so we're just going to have a bit of a chill. Yeah, we were thinking of maybe going out, seeing the city, and today it's just not a wise idea. We need to chill out. If we carry on going at the pace we're going, we'll burn out. My knee's already shot, so, and your knees are bad as well, aren't they? That's how old we're getting now. And he's also complaining about his legs. We are thinking at some point during the trip, we are probably going to hire a stroller for a day, just to be able to give Ollie a bit of a rest with his legs, aren't we? Yeah, we are doing a lot of walking. But Shanghai is the biggest park, so hopefully fingers crossed we won't do as much moving forward. They're good. Go on. Shanghai's been great.
Amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do things to kind of help you out, to try and, you know, see you through along the way. Alipay, 100% you require it.
Set it up before you leave.
Yeah, set it up before.
And just as a heads up, our Clarity card did not work with it. The security verification just failed every time.
Yeah, so the time it takes for the Halifax verification to come through, Alipay times out. So luckily we have a Revolut card that we literally purchased like what, 2 weeks before we went away? Well, not purchased, but we kind of set one up beforehand. And that worked seamlessly. Obviously with Revolut, the rates and stuff aren't as good as what you get on Clarity, but still it managed to work.
It worked.
Cash works, but Alipay is miles easier. So definitely make sure you get that set up. The SIM cards that we use, they have been fantastic.
Flawless.
Absolutely flawless. All
Just
apply.
make sure you set them up before you get invited on the plane.
Yes. So we purchased 5 days with unlimited data, and what was it, €20?
19.99.
Yeah, something like that. There's a link down in the description. That'll get you a discount if you ever need to use it as well. 5G service here, it works exactly the same as it is at home. You don't get a mobile number, you just basically get data. It's just the data plan.
So yeah, overall we thought it was going to be much more complicated to come here than it actually ended up being.
Right, so here's the in-flight entertainment on Cathay Pacific. So you've got like watch here, list of all the different options. We've got Disney Plus on here, Ange. And right at this moment in time, we don't have anyone sitting next to us. They haven't confirmed boarding yet though. They haven't completed boarding, so we'll wait and see. Loads of music. Kids are on there. I'm guessing this is going to be the map. We've got Boggle. Those are,
Guess who?
Yeah, this is well better than Virgin's.
Yes,
And then
please.
in here,
Games.
you get your headphones included. And Ollie has his own kids ones that's just been handed to him now. And then the actual tray itself has a little cup holder, so you don't have to get the whole thing down if you want a drink.
I'm impressed so far.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of like.
And cushioning on the cushion.
It's a much comfier seat.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I like Cathay Pacific. So the kids' ones are a little bit too small for Ollie. But that's really good if you've got a toddler.
They're good, aren't they? So we've just been given our arrival cards for Hong Kong to complete before we land. So if anyone's interested to see what that looks like, there you go. Boarding's complete, which means we have an extra seat at the side of us there. So even though it's only a 2 hours 50-minute flight, we actually get a meal on here, which is crazy. So this is Ollie's meal. So he's got bolognese with pasta, a little fish bread, Haagen-Dazs mango sorbet, and it looks to be a fruit pop and a water. So not only that, but you also get Cathay Pacific, knife and fork and spoon.
This reminds me of
that
back
are
in the
metal.
day flying.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Do you remember the KLM ones with one pinched?
Yeah.
We've got in our drawer still to this day from when I was little.
It's an hours has arrived now, so it's duck with potato and vegetables. Little bread roll at the side there. I've gone with a Coke and she's gone with a Sprite. Or was it 7-Up, Ange? Sprite or 7-Up? Sprite. And then I think same as Ollie, here is some fruit that I can't get into. There we go. I wish all plane food was as good as that food, because honestly, that was fantastic. That's it. Right, so we're now off the plane, heading towards immigration. Really straightforward flight, really good airline actually, Cathay Pacific, well happy with them. Gonna head over, get straight to Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel. So it looks like we've got to get a train to immigration. I've never seen that before. Here it is, there's the train.
This is going to be busy. What if the train was a roller?
coaster.
Right, and then up here now, heading towards immigration. So very similar to what we saw in Shanghai as we came in there, we got on top of escalators and there was a temperature screening taking place as well to check people's temperatures as they were coming into the country. This one before immigration. That was dead straightforward, just took the arrival form. We didn't sign Ollie's because we weren't too sure, because obviously he can't sign his own form. And I just needed to sign it with my signature, so that was pretty straightforward. No questions asked. Yeah, it was literally 30 seconds and we're in. Literally the bags aren't here or anything yet, so that was super fast. House of baggage claim, what did that take? 10 minutes.
10 minutes. It's the fastest we've ever got off the plane out.
Yeah, out completely. That's crazy. This airport looks pretty impressive, not as impressive as one coming up later in a few weeks' time though. So we're going to go and find a taxi now. I believe here there's two different types of coloured taxis, one that's red, one that's green. One that comes into the city and one goes somewhere else. Yeah. So you're looking for the red or the green taxis? Lantau taxi. Right, so we've just asked and it's the green one we've got to get to. So you've got the urban taxis and then you've got the green ones, and that hit you just like in Florida did, didn't it? It's currently 29 degrees here. So we're heading down now. Like I say, red taxis on the left hand side, green taxis on the right. Have a look at this place then, shall we?
First thing we're doing, obviously, is coming checking out the shop for the merch. And the merch game is strong here.
So this is what you were looking at in Shanghai as well, wasn't it? Is that the one you're getting?
That's the one I'm getting.
Look at this Rex headband. So as you can see, they're very much obsessed over here with Duffy and Friends merch as they were in Shanghai. I dare say that there's actually more here. Like, genuinely, like there's more of Duffy and Friends than there is of Mickey Mouse. I like that. That's a cool one. Obviously Frozen is the big thing here in Hong Kong with them just opening the world of Frozen. So there's quite a few different options here. Marshmallow! That's cool. Is he a shoulder buddy? Yeah, he's a shoulder buddy, a little marshmallow shoulder buddy. Look at these guys. They've actually got decent jumpers and t-shirts here. That's quite good. I'm looking for something though that has Hong Kong Disneyland on it. That's quite nice. That looks pretty cool. We've got another one down there as well, a white one.
We're here at the Hong Kong Hotel, starting off with the bathroom. Over in this section, a little different section where the toilet is. And you got two toilet rolls, sink, another bath shower. Oh, you got a stool. Towels and a mirror, big mirror, and it's of course themed Snow White. So let's move on to the next room. So now the wardrobe. Okay.
It's down, mate. That's how you open it. Handle.
So you've got some things where you can store all your stuff, robes, and even some slippers. Now we're moving on to the kitchen area. You've got a safe, some things you might need to. You've got a big fridge. You can store lots of stuff in there. You've got, in case you have kids, plastic, some glass that kids should not use. You've got, I don't know what this is, but it is something. You've got some of these.
Let me guess what it is for.
Is it? It looks like it's for pouring tea onto stuff.
Okay, like a kettle.
Like yeah.
It's not, it's for ice.
Okay, that's why I have this thing. And also on the top you have a thing to make some coffee. Big waters. A kettle. Got a cup, plate and some spoons. And then we're moving on to the big room. First of all, we got the bed. Bounce chair. Ooh, right, that's not as good as the Toy Story, but pretty comfy. We'll move on now to the view. Now the view, we've got a big view, but it's very hot. Moving on, of course, you've got a table, 2 chairs, a bin underneath, light, tissue box, and also stuff to do. We've got this big storage thing with this. That comes with these. Lots of storage put in there. Lots of storage over here. So that's the end of the room tour.
Good job, bud. Right guys, so we're all checked in now at the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel. It's been a bit of a whirlwind couple of hours.
It has. It's a stunning hotel.
It's a very, very nice hotel. It's probably the nicest, or one of the nicest hotels we've stayed. I'd probably go after Grand Cal.
I think the room's nicer than the Grand Cal room though.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I actually
true.
think that like the room itself.
Yeah, so we got here, dropped our bags off, checked out the room as you've seen in the room tour, and then we needed to go and get something to eat. So we headed back up to the lobby and was like, hi, is there a quick counter? Is there anything like that? And they basically said that the only thing that you got close to a quick counter is the Explorers Hotel, which you have to get a bus to, which is every half an hour.
Every 40 she changed it to.
Is that what it was? Every 40
40
minutes?
minutes, yeah.
Originally, we had booked the Enchanted Garden for 8:30 this evening.
And the 3 of us are just so tired, there's no way we would be up till 8:30. The time now is 7:30 and we are all ready for bed.
Yes. So we went and asked them and said, hey, is there any chance we can change the time? They were fine. They were about 20 minutes into service, because with the Enchanted Garden, they have 2 dinner services, one that starts at 5:30, one that starts at 8:30, and we arrived close to 6 o'clock. So they was like, are you okay to do it and come in now? Yep, no problem at all. And we it was a bit of a rush, wasn't it, to get in there?
Yeah. Yeah, we were not ready for that. We're in
Universal gear. I just said to Ange that it's a bit bizarre, this. She's like, what? I said, the fact that we literally just jumped off a plane. Come here. We're both in Universal themed outfits.
No.
And we...
Oh, the character pictures. Oh, it needs a Pikachu. Oh, for God's sake.
And Enchanted Garden is a character meet and greet buffet. The best way to describe it is it's similar to Crystal Palace. So it's Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and it's a buffet, but the food here is like seafood, cuts of meat. There was pigeon. Did you see pigeon?
I saw the little mini...
Yeah, that was pigeon.
I thought it was duck. I was going to get it because I thought it was a duck wing, and then I read it and I was like...
It's pigeon. So.
But it was like mini pigeon or something.
Yeah, the actual...
And they had like blood...
Stomach.
Stomach.
There was all sorts.
Like, I didn't touch any of that section, did you? That was all bubbly.
There was like very exotic foods and very standard foods, but the actual selection there was fantastic. Considering this is going to cost me an arm and a leg, I might as well take you around and show you everything that there is. So this is like the charcuterie kind of area. Also got salmon, fresh meats. That looks like crab. Seafood here. Wow, there's like lobsters. Crab, mussels there as well. Looks to be shrimp. So lots of seafood options there. Alright, let's start from the beginning, shall we? Looks like there's a big selection, to be fair, so this is going to be a feast. Well, I suppose it should be for the price we've ended up paying. Right, okay, so we start off, we got with some sushi. Little Mickey head Japanese soya sauce there. I'm guessing that's wasabi, yeah. Mickey head wasabi. Soy sauce. Look at that, all that fish up there. That's what's making all the sushi. Looks like this is fish. A lot of seafood. Ange's gonna have a field day, that's fish. That looks to be pork ribs, chicken, ribeye steak. Ooh, sausages there. Veg. Wowzers. Now. Guys, I'm not going to lie, I don't know what half of this stuff is. I'm not even going to pretend like I do. Just pause it on the video and you shall see. Oh, ravioli, that looks nice. Little Mickey pastas there as well. A whole Indian selection by the looks of it. That looks nice. Kids section looks like they've got pizza, rice, spaghetti bolognese, prawn toast. And then this is the tea, there's coffee section here. Kids ice cream machine there. A lot of gummy bears. And then we're on to dessert, so there you go, look at that. Mickey and Minnie dessert, Chippendale. You've got fruit. And then some Duffy and Friends, Lena Bell. Oh, that's gelatoni, that. You can get used to the names now. Mini dessert. Lots of themed desserts here.
Like, it wasn't your standard buffet. It's a bit dry rubbishness.
No.
It was like
Very good quality.
It was like a la
food.
carte quality.
Yeah. So
good.
Anyway, we get rushed in.
Yep.
And we sit down.
And Minnie's there.
And Minnie's there. Minnie comes over, greets us and stuff like that. And then the server comes over and puts caviar on our plate.
What is that?
Caviar. How much have we just paid for this?
It's like £60 a person.
Per person? Yeah. My alarm bell started ringing when caviar was served.
I've never had caviar in my life. I'm scared to try it.
What's just happened? I feel like I've blindly come into something that I was not prepared for. You don't have to have caviar, mate. I can't believe that's just happened. I'm not prepared for this. I've never had caviar in my life.
Oh, it looks like salmon underneath it.
It's going to be bad.
Oh, it's salmon underneath it.
When staying at the Disneyland Hotel.
You eat caviar?
I mean, embrace the chaos, we say, yeah?
Cheers.
Oh, what have we done?
Like it?
This is the most expensive meal we have had in Disney ever.
This is the most expensive meal we've ever had.
Yes. Full stop.
For the three of us.
Yeah, full
in fact,
stop.
Even when we've been with my mum and your parents, it's never been this much.
No.
This is the most expensive meal we've ever had.
For the buffet, it came to a grand total of £239.
Oh, I opened it when she put it down and I closed it again and I was like, oh my god.
200, but when you've already eaten the caviar, there's nothing really much you can do. You're in for the long haul.
Well, to be fair, we didn't know how much we were paying until the very end of the meal.
Needless to say, I'm full.
Oh.
Because I'm making the most. If I'm paying £239, I want at least 2 days worth of food out of that.
I have definitely eaten 2 days worth of pasta. Ollie had two massive heaped plates of spaghetti bolognese, didn't he?
Yeah.
Plate of chips. Like, his meal came to 40-something pounds. He definitely didn't eat £40. However, the meet and greets that he got with those characters were more than worth the money for his buffet.
Yeah, so I want to caveat this by saying the downside of this is very much the cost.
Yeah.
But the upside of it was the selection of food, which was very good quality food, but most importantly was the character meet and greets.
Gosh, we have never had interactions like that, ever.
High five up the top, yeah! Even higher, can you do it? Oh, there you go, yeah!
He's giving you a clean, Ollie.
I would say out of the hour and a half that we were in there, a third of that was with characters.
Pluto kept coming back because he was like just having banter with Ollie.
Yeah, it was just brilliant. So Mickey sent Ollie off to get food because he didn't have anything on his plate. He literally picked him up and took him for food. Ollie's gone. Mickey's gone getting food with him. Thanks, Mickey. He's telling you gotta go eat, come on. Ollie then went and got dessert because he'd already finished
Mickey
his
came to
spaghetti.
tell me in the meantime.
He's like, I said to him, don't worry, I got you covered. Got you covered, Mum. Right, and then he comes back, and then Pluto then comes over and goes, eat it. So.
And then realised that it was a little Pluto figurine, and he was like, oh,
Don't eat me. Don't eat me.
Oh, Pluto's sad that you're going to eat him.
Oh no. He wants to keep you. He wants a picture of it first, don't you? Yeah. Maybe we should have a picture with Pluto, with your Pluto cake. Yeah? Ollie didn't like the dessert. As Pluto found out. And Pluto was like, eat it. Oh, no. And then Ollie tried it and was like, nah. Like, spat it all out. I was like, oh, what is going on? The meet and greets were fantastic. The pictures we got were fantastic. They do come around with photo pass photographers as well. But
we haven't bought that.
We haven't bought it.
It was 235 quid.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, I'd like that for free for that price. But you can go up to another £100 for the photos. So we decided to let that slide. However, the cast members were there to take pictures.
Oh, they were taking your phones to take pictures
instantly.
so you could,
Andrew was taking pictures and she's like, give me your phone.
No, I'll do it so you can get in the pictures.
Yeah, so that was nice.
They were lovely, weren't they?
We got tons of pictures, we got tons of selfies.
Mickey even came back to check if he'd had more to eat.
Yeah. Mickey just checked him with Anne and said she got him to eat.
It was like they were remembering.
It was a very, very personal experience, wasn't it? And so it should be for £239.
Oh, money aside, that was one of the best meals we've had. But that was the best character meal we've ever had.
Yes, and just put that money aside.
We've paid it now, so once you've paid it, you can't worry about it, can you? It's one of those. The one downside of Hong Kong Disneyland is that you don't get extra magic hour.
Yeah.
You have to pay extra for it.
Yeah, that was something to check in.
So,
we saw that.
It's $199 per person, which is about £20 each.
Yeah, roughly.
And we were going to do that tomorrow. However, after this meal, we've decided that we've eaten so much and we're all pretty tired now.
Yeah, we're going
to have a lie-in tomorrow now.
Yeah.
And save 80 quid,
and
60 quid.
Not only that, but we've also got Premier Access.
We've bought the bundle, so I think it's 8 rides, 2 shows and the fireworks.
Yeah. Excited though, looking forward to tomorrow.
I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. There's a lot of very cool rides here.
Yeah, and hopefully Ange might get a voice back.
I know. Pray for me to wake up with a voice tomorrow.
She had some spicy food tonight to see if it'll help. So
honestly, I ate the spicy food. Didn't it come back for a bit?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
I think I just need to stop talking to let it come back. I'm fairly convinced it was the air conditioning now.
Yeah.
Because it's gone again since we came back in the room and I've only just turned the AC off, so...
Either that or you just got to put with me a little bit longer for talking whilst Ange can't.
Yeah.
Anyway, next time you see us, we'll be in Hong Kong Disneyland. So until next time.
We'll see you on the next adventure.
Catch you later!
Bye!